Hi, I'm Jennifer Bearden with the University of Florida Office Extension in Okaloosa County. I'm here with my buddy Cotton. I was just about to administer his vaccination. Let's walk through the process. First, I consult with my veterinarian to decide on what vaccinations are needed and when. Then I choose the right needle for the job. I've selected a 20 gauge by 1.5 inch needle. This vaccination is to be given intramuscular, or IM. If I were giving an injection of a thicker material, such as antibiotic, I would select an 18 gauge needle to accommodate for the thicker fluid. The larger the gauge number, the smaller the diameter of the needle. So the diameter of an 18 gauge needle is larger than a 20 gauge. Selecting a needle that is too small in diameter can result in a bent or broken needle, which would be a painful experience for the animal. The length of 1.5 inches is appropriate for an IM injection into an adult horse. If I were injecting a foal, I would use a 1-inch needle. Make sure your syringe and needle are sterile before use. Use one needle and one syringe per horse per injection. Never reuse a needle or syringe for injections. Read the label of the vaccine. Make sure the expiration date hasn't passed. Keep the vaccine according to the label. Most need to be kept refrigerated. Note how much to administer to each animal and the route of injection. Do not mix vaccinations, instead give them as 2 separate injections. You can administer them the same day, but do not mix them into the same syringe. Next comes choosing the injection site. I prefer to give most IM injections in the neck, but you can also give them in the buttocks and the pectoral muscle. I take the heel of my hand and place it at the base of the neck next to the shoulder blade, with my fingers pointing towards his ears. This gives you an idea of the safe area on the neck where you can administer the IM injection. This area avoids ligaments, vertebrae, and large blood vessels. Once the injection site is chosen, I'm ready to administer the vaccination. It is not necessary to clean the area with antiseptic. Research has shown that it does little to help disinfect the area. Just brush away any dirt and debris from the area. I like to tap the injection site with my palm before quickly placing the needle into the muscle. This distracts the horse a little. You can also pinch the skin close to the injection site to distract them as well. Remember that a quick, decisive stab is easier for you and less painful for the horse. Once I place the needle straight into the muscle, I attach the syringe. I gently pull back the syringe plunger to make sure I haven't hit a blood vessel. If I draw blood, I remove the needle and try again with a new one. If there is no blood, I slowly inject the vaccination into the muscle. I pull the needle straight out once I'm done. I then watch the animal for any reaction. When vaccines fail, it's normally due to human error. Wrong vaccine type, wrong dose, poor timing, poor body condition of the animal. So here's my personal vaccination failure story. I'm a professional in this industry. I know how to give injections. I know how to read and follow the label, but I still made a mistake that almost cost the life of my animal. I pulled up my vaccines in my kitchen. I put the syringes into my back pocket, and I walked to the barn and started giving vaccinations. I gave vaccinations until I got to my mare that's kind of difficult to catch, and of course this day was much like any other, and she was difficult to catch. So vaccinations took longer than what I had originally planned. My little black mare was the last one to get vaccinated that day. A few months later, the little black mare came down with symptoms that looked like encephalitis. But how could that be? She was vaccinated. Lab test and symptoms don't lie. She did have Eastern encephalitis. So I racked my brain what went wrong that day, and it occurred to me that I had walked around with those vaccines that are supposed to be kept refrigerated in my back pocket all afternoon while I was vaccinating. Her vaccine had gotten too warm and become ineffective. Luckily for me, my little black mare is fine, but I hope that you will learn from my story and not make the same mistakes that I did.